Okay, Hare Krishna, dear kids.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, all right. Let's get started. Okay, let's go. Who wants to start the Mangalacharan? Go ahead, Vedant.
Om Ajnanati Mandasya Jagajan Slakaya Astisur Umritam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Padamaya Tadati Savapadantikam.
Thank you, Beta. So it's Om Agyana. This JN is Gya. Om Agyana, Gyana, Timirandasya, Gyananjana Shalakya. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go next one. Who wants to go next? Ishan, go ahead. Ishan.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunathanvita Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha.
Thank you, Beta. Avya.
वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदा कृष्ण प्रेष्ठभूतले श्रीमद्भागवते स्वामी इति नमे। नमस्ते सर्वस्ते देवी गौरवाणी प्रशानि निर्वसा शून्यदेवी
Nirvishita Shunyavadi Paschatya
पाश्चात्य देशस्य तरीन्।
Tarine. It says Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, those who are impersonalists and with and voidism, like he is delivering. Srila Prabhupada is delivering the Western countries. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I think we skipped this one. Jaini, go ahead.
हे कृष्ण करुण सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपीसा गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचा गौरांगी राधे विंदेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणामी हरे प्रिय.
Thank you, Vita. Okay. Who has not done? Everybody has done. So I'll just go ahead. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srimasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. All right. Let me stop share. We want to do two things today. The other kids are joining. Before that, let's start with the New Year resolutions. Did you guys think about your New Year resolutions? Yes. So we set 2 general resolutions and 2 spiritual resolutions. And so who wants to go first? Who wants to talk about their resolutions? Raise your hand. Anybody wants to go? Okay, Ishan.
My 2 spiritual resolutions are to do 3 malas every day and to do 20 minutes of mridanga every day. And my normal resolutions are to do 20 minutes of debate every day and do 6 pages of my Beast Academy / homework every day.
Okay, that's great, Ishan. So how are you going to keep a track of these resolutions?
I don't really know yet.
So have you thought about, okay, we will talk about as a group. All right. So thank you, Ishan. Let's, Avya, what resolutions have you thought through?
So like I made like slides on my iPad. So for resolutions for academics, I will study and try to get hundreds on every test. And I'll try to learn more about history because that's like my weak subject. And then for spiritual things, I'll try to do more puja and I'll try to chant more.
Okay, so let's make it SMART, right? Which is specific, measurable. Try to do more, which means what? We have to put a number, right? So think about it. I'll come back to you, right? So you said in the general, you will try to get 100 in everything, and you will try to do more on history, right? I want like specifics, right? How much time you will get to do it, and you said you will do more puja and you will do more mala. Again, the specifics, right? If you say general statements, right, Avya, how will you measure it? What is more, what is less? There's no number to it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right, so think about it. I'll come back to you, okay? Jaini. So Jaswita, welcome. We are discussing a New Year resolution. So we said, right, we have 2 spiritual resolutions, 2 general resolutions. So we are just discussing round table. Jaini?
I will do 2 or more malas, and then I can't remember my other spiritual one, but I can tell my general ones.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to get higher scores on tests and do better on the iReady diagnostics.
Okay, so same comment as Avya. So 2 malas, you said that's wonderful. Is this the big mala?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. That's wonderful. So the other on the general, you want to do better on your scores, and then iReady, you want to do better also scores. Like, what is the score minimum you want to achieve? That you have to think about, right? Again, we cannot be saying general things. I want to do more of this. What does that mean? It has to be specific, measurable, right? Measurable meaning you can measure it. Did I achieve my goal? Yes or no? Because more or less are relative terms. 100 could be more for you. Somebody will say, okay, it's what my standard is. Somebody can say it's less. So again, it has to be measurable. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So have you thought through what the scores should be, or you want to time and think through that?
I want time for the second one, but I can do I can tell what the first one is.
What is the first one?
I want to get hundreds.
Okay. Okay, so it is also should be achievable. It's 100 meaning, okay, do you think you can do it all the time? You aim for the stars, but you also set a realistic, like, okay, I can definitely achieve 95, but I have to push myself to get to 100. So definitely a resolution is 95, but my target is 100.
I can do 100.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, so Avya, have you thought about your specific?
Yeah. So I'll try to pray every day instead of like just more. And then I'll try to chant at least 10 times. And I don't mean like malas, I mean just like 10 times. Because usually, so I'm always like mostly late. And then like I'm not late, but I'm like last minute. So like whenever like there's only 2 times in like my day I can chant, in the morning or in the night. On weekends I chant like 1 mala, but then on like school days, in the morning I have to wake up really early already, so I can't chant it. And then sometimes I chant it on the bus as we're going to school.
Are you chanting on the beads mala?
No,
Or are you just saying?
I'm just saying it.
Okay.
Because I always like lose track. Before I used to do like, imagine like I chant like 15 times and then I have to go somewhere. Then tomorrow I'll chant like 17 times more for like yesterday and my normal. So I tried to like keep it balanced, but then it got too hard because I couldn't remember the numbers. Now I
And
just
that's where you get the mala, right? It is very easy. The small one or the big one. So what did you say? You said 10 times every day, and weekends is 27?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Vedant?
My two spiritual resolutions, after other talks with them, my two spiritual are chant 3 small rounds. I already did 2 this year, so trying to move it up to 3 small rounds, or maybe a whole big round, depends on the day. But it's minimum chant 3 small rounds, and puja every day.
Okay.
And my two academics are get an A+ in all subjects and get 100 on the AMC8. I'm taking it on Thursday, I believe, this Thursday.
Okay. So get 100 on what is the AMC? What is that?
It's a accelerated math test. So
Okay.
all kids in accelerated math take it if they want to, and it's just basically like placing you on it, like placing. It's like a test, like except you get like points on it, and you depends if you get higher good score, you can move on to AMC 10.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
for all kids. AMC 8 is for kids under 8th grade, and AMC 8 is kids under 10th grade.
Okay. Okay, great. All right. So let's see. Jaswita, do you have your New Year resolutions defined?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So for spiritual, I want to chant one small mala every day. And I want to learn like 2 or 3 more shlokas. And
Okay.
for material, I want to get good grades on FSA, like at least 90 or 100, like that. And I want to learn how to cook when I'm 10.
You want to learn to cook? you
Yeah.
said? Okay, that's good. That's good. So again, the thing would be, what do you want to learn cook this year, right? You have to think about
yeah.
them and put it down, right? So what
Yeah.
I would suggest is whoever is giving those resolutions, I want them written down on a piece of paper. And then how will you measure it? Oh, see, this is where oh wow, Avya has written it down. Jaswita has written it down. See, this is wonderful. And then we will talk about how to measure them. Okay. All right. So who has not spoken? Jaini, you want to tell our audience about the specifics?
I talked about it. My second spiritual resolution, right? Going class every week. And then on the iReady diagnostic, I want to improve at least 30 more points.
Okay, great. That's a measurable. That's wonderful. Okay. Thank you. Shreya. What have you thought through your resolutions for New Year, for your spirit on the spiritual side and on the general side?
I'm almost done with them, but I'm not fully.
Okay, you want some more time?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, no worries. Adhav, are you ready to speak about your resolutions, which are spiritual and general?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So every day I'll chant the big mala, and I'll also play mridanga for 1 hour, I think.
An hour? You can play mridanga for an hour. Do you think it's really doable, or you want to say 30 minutes?
I can say 20 minutes.
You can do 1 hour?
I don't know if I could do 1 hour, but
So see, something which is measurable and achievable, right? So start like something which you can really do. 1 hour, you might do one
I
day
can
and then
do 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
No, 30.
30 minutes. Okay. All right. So one big mala, 30 minutes of mridanga. That's good. Then whatever the general.
General, I'll try to get hundreds on my test. I'll get 9 more points because usually I get 91 and 92 and 93s.
Okay. 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 Anything else? All right. Thank you. Sahas, are you, have you noted down your resolutions?
Not really, but I could tell you.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
My resolution is to exercise more, like exercise like 15 to 20 minutes a day.
Okay, good. And any
And
other resolutions?
to chant 4 rounds a day, like I was doing last time.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, anything, or just these two? That's fine if you have these
Yeah.
two.
That's it.
Okay. Okay, great. But these are measurable. 15-20 minutes of exercise and 4 months may very measurable. That's great. Nimai, have you thought through about your resolutions for the new year? General and spiritual?
Not yet.
Okay, okay. So think about those. What I want you, the kids, to do is write them on a piece of paper, write them electronically on iPad or whatever, and then how to measure it. Anybody has any ideas how to measure it? How are you going to measure this, that are you meeting or not? Yes, Avya.
Well, I know for electronic how to. So like on electronics, there's something called notes, but more than notes, like if you imagine you can write like all 4 of your ideas, and then there's gonna be like wait, my home screen has it, kind of, wait, here. So you can kind of see it though. So this is kind of in notes, and then you can like press this thing and it'll like put an orange check mark on it. So you know like, oh, today I did this, tomorrow what will I do? Just for electronics. Like I can make
Yeah.
one.
So that's good. That's good. Jaini, you have any other thoughts?
I could put a check for every day to know that, and write the date so I know that I did this on this day.
Yes, wonderful. Right. So what you can do is a page for every week, right? Create Sunday, Monday, Tuesday through the end and say, here are my resolutions. Did I do or not do? And a yes, a right check mark and a cross mark. So that, and you can put this, stick this on in your room so that it reminds you every day saying, are you doing it or not? Right. And why are we doing that? So that we know, are we doing it consistently or not? If we need to change our goals, resolutions or not. Otherwise, we just make resolutions and then in 1 month, in 7 days, 10 days, oh, these resolutions are lost. We are trying to make sure that we can keep up to these resolutions, right? So can you guys do this? However you want to, because every week or every other week or a month, I'll ask, are you following your resolutions? Is this fair? Yes?
Yes.
Ishan, is this fair? Okay. Now, Shreya and Adhav, is Mahima able to join? We want to start the debate.
I'll go ask Papaji.
So you guys know the debate topic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Prabhuji,
Yes.
I didn't get to finish the no part, but I finished the yes part.
Okay. All right. So let's, okay.
So
How many kids? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9 kids are there. Okay. All right. 9 kids. So Jaini, you will be on the yes side. Okay.
I also have a question.
Go ahead with your question.
Can I at least read at least how much I wrote?
No, you, it's a debate, right? So somebody will start on the no side, then somebody on the yes side will say, then again no side, yes side. We will raise hands, okay?
What I
So
mean, I
then
didn't.
I will.
finish it. I just didn't write one more word. She's not joining no more. She has a test.
Okay, okay, that's fine.
I just need to write one more word, and then I'm done.
Okay, write it. So, okay, let's see the team, right? Okay. One second. Okay, so Jayani, you're on the yes. Okay. I'm just thinking. Ishan, you are on the yes side. And okay, Vedant, you are on the yes side. And
I have a question.
yes. What is the question?
I opened it, so can I just do it like this instead of writing it? Like this is what I was talking about. Wait.
Yes,
So
you
like,
can do
imagine-
this. Yes. You
Like
check.
imagine I did
But
this.
for every day, I need to see this. Yes. So, okay, we have yes, Jaini, Ishan, Vedant, and say Jasvita, right? 4 people on the yes side. Who are the 4 people? Ishan, Jasvita, Vedant, and Jaini. And on the no side, we have, okay, let me move things around. So, where is
I have good for no and yes.
okay, where is Jaini? So that I will move them around. Okay, on the no side, we have Avya, Adhav, Shriya, Sahas, Nimai. So, okay, let's go ahead. We will start. The topic is, does God exist? And the how it works is somebody has to give an argument saying why God exists or not exists. The other person has to answer that question on the other group. Okay, we will raise hands. The thing will start with, so we are doing role play, right? So the people, Avya, Adhav, Shriya, Sahas, Nimai are doing role play, and they would have to start. Let's start. If I can see your cameras, it would be nice. Shriya, Nimai, Sahas. So I can see if you are following through or not. So let's start. Avya, go ahead. Why do you think God does not exist?
You can't see God, so God shouldn't be real.
Okay. People on the yes side. Anybody who wants to take that question? Jasvita?
What team am I on?
You are on the no side.
Okay.
Jasvita? Okay. Jaini, you cannot, yes, if you want to answer that question, you cannot see God. So God, well, how does God exist if you can't see him?
You can see God. You can't see God because he's spiritual. Only spiritual eyes could see him.
Okay. Only spiritual eyes. So on the no side, do you want to say anything? Come on, guys. It has to be really interactive. Come on. Yes, go ahead, Sahas.
So then who has these spiritual eyes? Is it just like some random people? And how are we know that they're seeing God? Like, if we don't have spiritual eyes, how can we believe them?
Okay, go ahead, Jaini. Answer because you first answered.
What I mean, we can see God. We can pray, and he gives us the blessings that we need in the right time.
Okay. Does it answer the question? Who has these spiritual eyes? Still doesn't answer the questions. On the yes.
People who pray to God every day.
Okay, that's very good answer. Anything from your side? Okay. Adha?
Like people who tell lectures, people who chant every day, like Prabhupada.
No, you are on the no side. You are no side.
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay, you're on the no side. What does that mean? You have to fight with them, right? Okay, Avya.
So, okay, even if God is real, you don't know what God looks like. Like, how do you know what God looks like?
We know what God looks like because before Lord Krishna died, someone drew a picture of him, and ever since then we know what he looks like.
Go ahead,
But
Avya.
how can you believe that picture? It could just be some random person from our time who just decided that, here, let me draw a picture and just like sell it for $2 million. But it doesn't have to be always look just like.
Very nice.
This is mentioned in the scriptures.
Who made the well, the scriptures could be made by anyone. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
the real
Okay.
person who made.
Okay, go ahead, answer, Vedant.
If the scriptures are made by anyone, then why do so many people follow it? And why is there multiple proofs that God exists? You can't
Okay.
in the
Name
scriptures.
the proofs.
Okay. Let Vedant finish, and then I will come to you. Vedant, finish your thought.
Okay, so when Rama crossed to get to Sri Lanka in the Ramayana, he made the stone bridge, right? There's still remnants of the stone bridge. They're all sunken now, but they are remnant stones in that area.
Okay,
How
very
can
good
you deny
argument.
that? That's scientific too.
Very good, very good. Sahas.
Okay, like what if it's just some random stones at the bottom of the ocean? They could be anything. Also, how are we really let's say even if everybody's following it, just because everybody's following it is not a good enough reason, because there might be like one person who thought this was good and everybody followed him. Just because some person they're following doesn't mean you have to follow it too. It might not be true.
Okay, very good argument. On the yes side, Adam, do you want to go on the yes side, or you want to stay on the no side?
I'll stay on the no side.
Okay, good. All right. Let's say Ishan, you want to answer this Sahas's argument.
This religion has been going on for many years. It can't really be fake. It's been going on for so long.
It can be fake. You're still not answering his question. Anybody? Okay, Jaini.
Well, it couldn't be fake because some random people couldn't just make it up. There should be proof. So that means some of our ancestors have seen God and then written them down and drawn him.
Okay, so they have seen God, but how do you know? You're still not answering his question. And like, how do you know for certain that God exists? Okay, Avya, you have a point?
Can I help the yes side?
Okay. All right. So let's go on the yes. Okay, let me put.
No, can I stay on the no side, but just like kind of like help the yes side for this question? I wrote the answer.
Okay, go ahead. Go give the answer.
For the question, like, you know, so the beginning of all of this, I asked, do you know how God looks like? And what I wrote was, like, first of all, our answers did that, but plus you can't really see air, but air's still there, because without air, you would die. So same way, you can't see God, but he's also there. Just like.
Yes. But the thing is, there are three kinds of proofs, right? There are three kinds of praman. There is pratyaksha praman, which you can see, right? Like I see a tree is there, so that is proof. The second proof is instrumental, like experimental proof, what is called anuman proof. If water is boiled enough to at like water's temperature is 100 degrees, then it will start boiling. That's the proof, right? Because you do that experiment and you will know. And then the third kind of proof is called a shabda praman, the praman of the scriptures. You cannot see, but it is written in our scriptures. And you can say, oh, then why the scriptures are like, who created the scriptures? Do you believe it? But then the scriptures are created by the sages, by the authorities who have seen God who have experienced God, who are pure. And why do we follow the scriptures? Because they're not coming from any, they're coming directly from God. And why do we follow? Like, why the proof we will say that we are accepting the scriptures? Who can answer that question, saying, why are we accepting the proof of the scriptures? Okay, let's see, Ishan.
Because it was written by Vyasadeva, the direct incarnation of the Lord.
But why would you accept that? Okay, yes, Vedvyasa is the incarnation, is the direct incarnation of God. Who tells, like, why would you accept that? On what basis? Yes, Jasvita?
Like you would accept it because it's coming straight from God, and if you really do believe in God, I think like you would accept it, right?
Yeah, but that's the question. Should we believe in God? Does he exist? That's the question.
Oh, without God, we wouldn't exist because God created.
Yes, that's a very good answer, right? Right? Okay, you came from your mom and dad. Your mom and dad came from your grandparents. Grandparents came from somebody else. But who? From them, from where did man come from? Where did all these animals come from? There has to be a source. Where is the source of everything? Or is it by all chance? Is it by all chance that this whole world was created? Is it by chance that the earth is revolving around the sun? Is it by chance that everything is in its place, that the trees grow upwards, they don't grow downwards, that the trees have a shape, that Nimai has certain features, Ishan has certain features? Is it by chance?
No.
Somebody must be controlling it, right? Who is that controller?
Krishna?
Yes, the supreme controller, Ishvara Parama Krishna. I'm trying to help you. You guys, the yes team is weak. Come on, guys. So the question is still, why should we believe the scriptures?
I thought the question was, do you know what good God looks like?
Sorry, what was that, Avya? I could not get it.
Wasn't the question, do you know what God looks like?
Okay, there are two questions. Okay. Because what Krishna looks like, it is listed in the scriptures. Krishna looks like, he is sham color, he is a blackish color, he has a peacock feather, he is wearing the kundal, which are with the shark things. He has three lines here near his neck and three things on his belly. He wears yellow garments, he has a flute. Everything is listed in the scriptures. But why should we believe the scriptures? Yes, Vedant.
We should believe the scriptures since nobody in that time, right, in whatever yug before us, nobody in that time really said lies compared to what's happening in this world right now. So that time is purer than us. So nobody would lie as openly. So
Okay. I still feel that is Sahas, you want to add?
Yeah, what's your proof? How do you know that they're not lying before? Like, there's no proof that you, like, unless you can go back in time and say, hey, were you lying? Like, I don't think you have any proof that can show.
Yes, okay, Avya.
So, wait. Oh yeah. So in the yoga before us, so like it starts off in one yoga, which is like everyone's pure and everything's good. Then the second yoga, I think in this first yoga or second yoga, God Krishna ji came, or was it the third yoga?
Krishna in third yoga.
Oh, third yoga. So in the first yoga, everything's pure. In the second yoga, they lie a little, but like not that much. It's still pure. On the third yoga, that's when they start to be bad, like Ravan. And not Ravan, gods. And then on the fourth yoga is when they're at their worst, like when they murder and like be bad. So then on their third yoga, that's when about the scriptures were written, and that's when Lord Krishna was there too. So maybe Lord Krishna could have like helped the scriptures define it. And there was also, it's not like there were no people there. There were people there. So the story could be passed on by like those people with Krishna, then could pass on to their children and all the way down to us. Plus, and then I have a note one of that as well.
Okay,
So-
okay. Let's on. Avya, let's hold on. Okay. Sahas, you want to add, and then I'll go to Ishan and Jaini.
Yeah. So basically, if those yugas, what's it called? There's like this. I heard from one of class that from each yuga, like in Satya Yuga, there's 100% good people, and then like no bad people. And then in Treta Yuga, 75-25. And at the start of Dwapar Yuga, it's 50-50. And now here it's like 25-75. And then it keeps going down until you reach all the bad people, which is when the universe destroyed and it's
Yeah.
Weren't there only 4 yugas though?
Sorry, Avya.
I thought there were only 4 yugas.
Yeah, 4 yugas towards the end of the Kali Yuga. So one thing, okay, Ishan and Jaini, you guys want to answer the question. Still, the question is not answered, in my opinion. Why should we believe the scriptures?
We should believe the scriptures because Krishna truly wrote it. Because if people were bad that then, God would have really came and then wrote the scriptures and everything.
Okay, I think that's not convincing enough. Okay, Jasvita, you want to say something? No. Okay, so if you guys know Srimad Bhagavatam, yes, Vedant, you want to say something?
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
if to answer Sal's question, then why has it been believed for 4,000 years? Why does people still protect it, and why is it still going till today? If Krishna did come, then that's why people believed it at that point of time.
Yeah. So let's answer the scripture
then-
question.
But then why aren't there so many people documenting, oh, God came 5,000 years ago? Because then there should be a ton of proofs, not just the scriptures.
There is.
Okay.
There is.
What?
That the rocks from Lanka, they've been
That
here,
was more than 5,000 years ago.
It was 7,000 years
And
ago.
if it was 7,000 years ago, the rocks they should not even be there, but I would understand.
Exactly. That's because God created it.
Yeah, but have you checked them and seen, oh, this rock is 80,000 years old?
NASA has checked
It's
it.
no way it could be it could be here, like it could be like it could have been here 7,000 years ago, unless it was created by God.
Okay, all right. Let's
Wait,
time out.
I have
time
one
out.
more proof.
Let's-
I have
let's-
one more proof.
Yes.
That there has to be one such spiritual force. And when Rishikesh flooded in India a few years back, why was the only thing that never got destroyed Mahadev's statue? Why was it not like any other thing? Why was it not the houses that were there?
It may be because it was built strongly, or it was just a coincidence, like anything could have.
I have one more proof, and plus,
Okay, hold on. Let's do this. This group of yeses is not strong enough. So what I'm going to do is, Ishan, you will move to no, and Sahas will move to yes.
Hey, I'm gonna answer my own question.
I have a question.
Okay, who has a question?
Me, I am Jayon.
Okay, yes, go ahead with the question.
I don't get what you mean by debate. Are you supposed to tell like a long thing or?
No. It's an argument. It's back and forth,
Oh, okay.
right? So,
That means I think I got it wrong.
uh,
There's no wrong or
yes.
right.
So, Sahas, you want to answer the question, why should we believe the scriptures?
So first of all, there's a couple proofs that I know Vedant didn't put up. Like there's this whole, like, it's partially destroyed, but when Dwarka sank, when Krishna left, there's still like the remnants at the bottom of the ocean, and and you cannot say that, oh, it was just some rocks, because like it was a whole building. And it's at the bottom of the ocean, and even in the scriptures, it says as Krishna left, the ocean like took the Dwarka down into the bottom of the ocean. So that's one proof that he was there. The second proof is that there's not just like the scriptures, but even if you like people who have descended down from like people in those times, they've told the stories, and you can still see people who like have the same saying as Krishna in sense. And
Okay, all right. That's your time. I will move on to Avya. Avya, you want to counteract that?
I have to counteract it? Can I just
Counteract
support
means-
it?
You are no, right?
Yeah.
What are we counteracting?
Exactly. You're in the
Sahas.
no side.
You're on the no side, right?
Oh, right.
Do you,
Oh.
do you
You're
agree?
the opposition.
Wait. Give me 1 second. Then I'm gonna go back to my question thing. Okay, wait.
Okay. So meanwhile, I also want to support Sahas. In the Bhagavatam, it is exactly described when a baby is inside the tummy of a mother. It shows exactly what day, what month, how old the infant, the embryo will be, and it shows the whole progression. So that Bhagavatam was written 5,000 years ago, and it glorifies Krishna. And just recently, probably around in the last 100 years, the doctors said this is how the embryo grows into a baby, and it exactly matches Bhagavatam. How is that possible?
Why would Bhagavatam write about how a baby is born?
Because it gives the knowledge about all the things which are
I
needed.
also think that like they wrote that like in there just to like make people it like later show that this is truth, like and show that why this is true and not, so then people can't just like get mad at the Bhagavatam and say this is false. Like
And,
that might be a reason why they wrote it too.
and plus they also wrote it because they want to show that God is real. And plus, if that bridge connecting to Sri Lanka was created 7,000 years ago, it would have emerged in the sea already by now, and nobody would have known it. The only the only possible the most common thing it could be created is that it could be created by Hanuman and Rama and his monkeys.
Okay, good point. Okay, Ishan, you're on the no side, right? I want everybody participating. Nimai, do you have any arguments on the no side?
No.
Okay, all right. So start thinking, right? We want to participate. Shriya, anything you want to add on the no side? No? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Jaini, you have spoken a lot. So on the yes side, we have Sahas, Jasvita, Vedant, and Jaini and Jasvita. Okay. On the no side, Avya.
So wait, I was gonna.
I'm going to give 5 more minutes and then I'm going to end this debate. You guys have to participate. Come up with the points.
I have a question.
So how do you know? So okay, I had a really good. Never mind, I forgot my one exactly. I still have it in my head, but it's
Okay, it's fine. Then you think about it. Jaini, you go ahead.
I have a question for the no side. If God doesn't exist, who fulfills our wishes for the right time? I mean, if it's like not material wishes, like I want to get a toy or something, and but you want to get a perfect score and everything. It's like, yeah, that's my question.
So, did you guys understand the question? On the no side, do you want to answer the question?
I don't understand the question.
Okay, so the question is like, who gives you the, like, if you wish for a toy or who wish you for better marks, and who gives you that, right? Is that the question, Jenny?
Not really. I mean, your parents could fulfill the toy wishes, but someone can fulfill the wishes that you keep for yourself, and it's for the future.
And those wishes are still fulfilled. You
Yeah.
did not tell anybody, and it still got fulfilled.
Yeah.
But it could be that like your teachers for grades, your teachers maybe know, maybe oh wait, it doesn't always have to be God. It could just be like you studied really hard for it, you really wanted it, and then so you got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sahas, you raised your hand. I'm gonna just give 3 minutes to it.
I wanted to say something for the no side, but then I realized I was on the yes side. But
Go ahead. Still say it on the no side.
okay, so not everybody's wishes that they keep to themselves is completed at all. Like, if I had a wish to get a very high score in the what is it called, the fast,
Yeah.
First of all, if I get that, most people first put it on themselves, saying, "Oh, I did it," and then second of all, they don't really think about that after. Like, if they wish, and most people's wishes are not even come true.
That is true. That is true. Very good point. Jasvita, you want to add anything on the yes side?
I wanted to say something like to Johnny's question.
Yes.
It's like for the future, if you aim any goals, like say you just study really hard, but like you like have like more than one goal. It can't be coincidence all the time that you like get it. Like God might like fulfill a few. You might be that you study good, but like God might fulfill a few.
You're on the yes side, Jasvita. Okay. Yeah. So you are contradicting your own partner. Vedant.
I have one thing for the no side, but I just wanted to say it because I thought it was really good. So why do people sometimes get bad things happen to them?
Yes. Very good question. Very good question. With that, okay. All right. On the yes side, let's Avia. That's a question for the yes side now. Why do people get bad things if God is all knowable, if God is all just, if God is all good? Why?
Can I transfer to the yes side now?
I think I have to put you and Sahas there because the yes sides are not performing. But Sahas, answer that question if you want to, or otherwise.
Answer.
Okay. Let Sahas raise the hand, so and then I'll come to you.
Okay, so basically the answer is that why good people have bad things happen to them, right? So basically, because of the karma from the past lives and the past lives from before, it keeps adding on. So even if you've been a really good person in this life, you could have been like a really bad person in that life or like a couple lives ago, and that karma is now hitting you now, and that's causing all of this bad things to happen to you, and you're suffering because of that. And like I heard another class where somebody described it as like, you know how if you're at a farm and you get crops, like, so back in the day, what he said is like they put the crops in one of the feeders, and you would like crank it or something, and then the food at the bottom would come out and you would eat that. So basically, every life you're taking the karma from what you have and you're putting it at the top, and then from this life you get your karma back. So the only way to stop that is to stop putting the karma back in, and then you won't have any bad things happen to you, or good things.
It's called a granary, right? So it's like a big tower where you are putting the grains in, right? So say you grew 100 kgs of grain last year, you put it in. This year you got 50 kgs, you put in. but you are getting those grains out from the bottom. So you are getting last year's karma or last year's grains. So same thing, if I did in the past life, I did bad karmas, I might be getting in this life, or I might have got it in the last life itself. It depends. Karma, when you will get the result, it depends. It based on different laws, and those are the laws of God, which is not very clear. 952. I will take.
I
Probably-
have something to contradict that. I have something really good to
Yes,
contradict that.
yes. You are going towards the no side then,
Yeah,
Vedant?
maybe.
Can,
because
can
I
I
have these
switch
two-
to yes then? He can go
Yes,
to no
you-
and I'll go to
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
I'll do that. Okay, so then, are there past lives then? How do you know what's the proof there's past lives?
Okay.
What proof
All
do you
right. No,
have?
yes. I will not now. Okay, Avia. Yes. Avia, go.
So when you get married, you do like this thing that like you're gonna stay there for like the whole 7 lives. And like even though how many lives you have is different for each religion. Like for us, I think it's 7.
No, that's
I
not
know.
the answer. Anybody who can answer? Ishan? Okay, Sahas knows everything. I don't see much participation from others, just with Ishan. Who can answer the question? How do you know there is past life?
I mean, there is multiple videos where like some kids remember their past life and it's very detailed and stuff.
Yes,
That
that's a
can
very
all
good
be fake.
answer. Very good answer. There's so many. Yes, Sahas, you want to add to it?
So there was this devotee in England. So basically, she was Prabhuji in her past life, and she had this desire of one of the Matajis in the temple. So one day he was driving, and he got in a car crash, and then he died, and there was like he had like some injuries on his leg and stuff, and then in that next life he had birthmarks on the leg to show where she had those injuries. And also she was able to remember that stuff, and she took the same body as what in her last life she was thinking of. She was thinking of that he was thinking of that Mataji. So then she took that body of that same Mataji. And then she was born in England. I think it was in Scotland, I think. And she actually took initiation from Bhakti Chara Maharaj and told him this. And
Yeah, that's wonderful, right? And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, whatever you think at the time of your death, you get that. So that Prabhuji was thinking, that man was thinking, oh, I love that woman, and he got the body of a woman. But since he was doing bhakti, he was given a devotee life, so he can continue and go back to Godhead. Okay. Jaini.
I was going to say the same story as Sahas, but I have a question for the no side too. If God doesn't exist, it's like who like created us? Who like fulfill our wishes? Like, and then who gives us all these things when we need it in the right time?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Avia, which side are you on? Now I'm confused.
Now I'm going back to no. I'm just gonna I started as no, I just helped yes, and I'm going back to my homeland. So
Okay.
for
Very.
Jayani's question, so it could just be a coincidence that you got what you needed in the right time.
Okay.
And-
All right. So we will, yes. So it could be a coincidence. Right. Let's stop here. 9:55. Okay. So what I wanted to say was,
the body and soul.
yeah, that's a different thing. Jasmita, we will come back to you next week. But what I wanted to say, does God exist, right? We have so many proofs, right? Somebody said, oh, we cannot see air, but there is air. You feel it.
Me-
So the way to know God, do you guys want to see God?
Yeah.
Do you want to see that he exists or not?
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
have to do an experiment, right? How would you know the truth
We have
if you
to
don't do
live
an experiment? Can you do an experiment? Can you start chanting at least one round every day? And
Yeah.
then you will feel God. Yes, Adav, you want to say something?
I have to leave now.
Okay, all right, we'll go and leave. So, how do you know unless you know for experience for yourself? So, for example, Ishan, when Amrendra Prabhuji was doing the kirtan, you felt something. Was that happiness? What was that? That was, yes, go ahead, Ishan.
Bliss.
That was bliss. And how did you feel it? Why? Because that kirtan was connected with God. Okay, so no more debates right now. I'm just trying to summarize, and we will talk next week about it. I will give a presentation. And the
I
other
have a-
points. So Srimad Bhagavatam says, right? I gave you the example of embryo. It gives you that. Srimad Bhagavatam also says, we are not the body, but the soul. And there are so many proofs about that. Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita says that we are part and parcel of the Lord. There's so many stories we can talk about. And then it is not like, okay, you said this is a phone. Did somebody make it? Yes. This laptops. Did somebody make it? Yes. So where did this earth come from? Did somebody make it? You will say Big Bang. But who did the Big Bang? Right? So everything is a source. So where did all this come from? It came from God. Right? He's the supreme power, and he has 6 opulences. He has the most wealth. Krishna has the most wealth. He's supremely famous. If he was not there, why do people still worship him even after he appeared 5,000 years ago? If it is all false, will he still be worshipped? Like, people are foolish. Like, somebody made up a story and then it spread. In those days, there was not planes, right? So to make a rumor go from one place to another, not only from India, in Sri Lanka, in Pakistan, in Indonesia, in Japan, how did all the stories go all the way to there? Somebody was flying and telling a story. Oh, Ishan, I made up this story. You should propagate. I am coming via plane. And then Ishan will go and, Avya, you know the story about Krishna. You should tell this to others. Did somebody go all around the world and tell their stories? And did somebody make all these big temples in India, which is all full of false stories? Like, why would somebody keep on creating false things? Yes, Jaini. One last thing.
People wouldn't think it would be false because it could be a group of people, and some good people don't agree to false things.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is I will try to summarize in 15 minutes in the next class. And then we will continue to do our Vaman Dev story. But this presentation, this debate from you guys, I was not really happy. You guys were not prepared. Unfortunately. Only Avya and Sahas, I felt, were prepared, and to some level, Jaini and Vedant.
I did.
I had more proof for my no side. I had way too much proof for my no side.
Okay, so Jaswita, you want to say something final?
No, I have a question.
Yes.
Are we gonna do the solar the body next class, or?
No. I will give you 2 more classes to prepare for that. You guys have to prepare because I'm not really happy with the way you guys presented today. Like, I found some people like Ishan, Nimai, Jaswita, you, not contributing too much. I want you guys to contribute. So you have to think through. So I'm giving you 2 weeks. So Avya was always ready with the answer. Jaini was ready, and Sahas. Vedant also, I felt he could participate more. Okay? Yes, Jaini.
I did be prepared. I didn't know what type of debate you were talking about. Like, and couldn't it also be like you have to write a paragraph?
That's not a debate. That's like a oratory.
I got confused, so I didn't do that though.
Okay. So next class, we will continue. I will try to summarize, does God exist? But there's so many proofs that God exists. And why am I doing this? Because if people question your faith, right? Oh, you're doing these classes, but he does not really exist. What will you answer? So I'm trying to prepare you so that you guys can answer those questions and your faith in God deepens. And my challenge to you guys is, if you really want to experience God, you chant. You chant, you read Krishna books. So that's the experiment I'm asking you to do and see for yourself. If you will do that thing, you will know for certain that God is existing. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So next week, I'm giving you 2 weeks to prepare for the other one. What is the other one? Am I the body or the soul? You have to prepare on both the sides, okay? On both the sides, and it's going to be just a debate. Do we understand now the format?
Yeah, but is this good?
Yeah, but you have to put your points from both yes and no.
Yeah, that's in here. Like for the are we the body or for the God thing? Like I did like a no side and a yes side. But for
Okay.
this one, I
So-
did more of a paragraph.
Okay.
What's
So
different?
Nima, you understand the format now?
Yes.
Okay. So in 2 weeks, we will do that, and then I'll try to summarize, does God exist, in the next class we using a PowerPoint.
Babaji,
So, yes.
I have to leave now.
Yes, yes. So we will say our prayers. Vanchakalpatrubhyascha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, kids, for joining, and we will see you next week.